January 2, as the camera says. What is today, Nancy? March? Yeah. We're flying in to San Francisco. I'm looking out the mirror, the window of the cockpit showing San Francisco Bay. It's spread out in front of us just like a diorama. Let's see. Yeah, this is South San Francisco. What we didn't know is that they had written on these things what they are. And we don't know how they get this effect out in the water for Angel Island. Apparently there's Richmond. They didn't know we were that high. Let's see. Oh, there's Oakland. Oakland over there. The Bay Bridge must be out there someplace. Okay. And I don't know where we are. There's Treasure Island. You'll see all these in real life. Much better pictures of it. Oh, is this the 24th or the 25th? We'll try it again, just a second. It's the March 25th. What? Here comes the what again? I don't care about that. All right, if we had tried this yesterday, it would not have worked because we didn't know where we are. But here we are with behind Nancy is Pier 39, where we've had two nice meals, a lunch yesterday and breakfast today, crab chowder and eggs Benedict and French toast. Now, this is the Golden Blue Line, which we did not get a ride on yesterday because they were full. Behind that is okay, I get that. Yeah, that is Alcatraz. At our request, the red and white is going by. Oops, it's behind the little. Yeah, we were right on the top of that yesterday. It's about 50 degrees with a breeze. Absolutely beautiful, stunning day. Out here is Mount Tam, which is supposed to be an Indian maiden. That's Angel Island, right, Nancy? That we just showed you from the airplane, right there. On down the road here. What road is this, Nancy? This is the Embarcadero. No, I didn't. That's a special effect I like to have. Okay. Oh. All right. This is the Bay Bridge, but that wasn't in my itinerary. She said she wouldn't help if I would do this. So we'll show you that in a minute. Okay. Go back out here into the bay. Right over here is Sausalito. And maybe when we get home we'll be able to pick out a beautiful restaurant right on the water, probably about there. Ondines. Andines. Ondines. It's so good to have a helper. And she knows what she's talking about. I didn't know she was this feisty. It just was the camera. Okay, this is the Golden Gate. We went up here right through the tunnel And there's a tunnel somewhere. Somewhere right over there, we got up on it and had a beautiful view. No, that's not the Twin Peaks. The Twin Peaks is on up here. Now, this is San Francisco, of course. But up there somewhere, we get a shot of it somewhere. On the other side of the hill are the Twin Peaks that look down on all of this. It's absolutely beautiful. And we came through the primary gay district. That's the most active, lively place at 11 at night. Here is the Transamerica building. Huh? In the Coit Tower in Telegraph Hill. Okay. And this is where that lady's mom was going to park. I'm sure you heard that. Okay. This is Pier 39. Oh, I didn't get all of this. Where did we have breakfast? Where's that? Oh, okay, yeah, we had breakfast right here. The cafe, which is also a bar. And there was one guy drinking his breakfast beer. And we've got harbor seals that have taken over. Endangered species, so they didn't go over there. So they're down there bugging people and smelling up the joint. But it's a big tourist attraction. We're going to go on our tour. Where's our little guy? Yeah. Probably. Well, that's a hot dog stand. That's out of sight, isn't it, dear? And where the buses are, we're going to get our ticket and go on a tour. And probably when it's cold, we'll go in the open device. Okay, we'll find out for sure, but Nancy thinks that this is our hotel, the Sheraton right there. So we're going to go down the steps at the end of this. And there's the bay, just so you see where we are. Go ahead. Just walk. She's cute.
This is Alcatraz, and this used to be the most famous penal colony here in the United States at one time. Now it's been closed since 1963. The old way now to visit Alcatraz, get a ticket there at Pier 31. Okay, just a second, we have a quick stop over here to see if we have any additional passengers, and then we'll continue. Moment. Now the pier over here to my right is under construction again, and this used to be one of the piers that supplied Alcatraz. It's been downgraded for a long time, and a couple of homeless people last year went in and they lit a fire because it got a little hot, and the fire took off. This is Jeremiah O'Brien, and that is one of the few victory ships built in the World War II days that is still floating. Okay, now look to your right, and here you can see the outdoor restaurants along the wharf. Now, if you folks love Dungeness crab, here's the place you want to be. Look to your right. See the large vats of boiling water? In goes your live Dungeness crab, and a few minutes later, out comes your cooked delicacy. You also have some of the walkaway items, a crab and shrimp cocktail. This is also home of the world-famous San Francisco French bread. Fantastic restaurants around here. All of the outdoor restaurants, and another good one over here to my left, Sabella's Restaurant. Not only does it have the same good food, but it also has a great view here of San Francisco Bay. Now then, folks, for you traditionalists, okay, half a block to my right, look to my right, half a block we have a McDonald's, okay? This should prove beyond around the Fisherman's Wharf area. Now some of them have been converted into sightseeing tours, look to your right. And what they'll do, they'll bring you around San Francisco Bay on a little sightseeing cruise on the boats over here for 1 hour. For 1 hour for $10 a person, okay? So $10 an hour for this part of town is actually very reasonable. Now when the tour business drops off, then they go out and go fishing, okay? But it's a nice little diversion over here. Makes up a couple dollars over here for the fishermen. Now a good sailing vessel, the Balclutha. Hyde Street here to my right, and straight ahead of us, folks, we have the Hyde Street cable car. Now this turnabout is probably the most famous of the streetcars here in San Francisco. Remember the old song? Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco Street right ahead of us. This is Rice-A-Roni Hill. This is where the commercial was shot. And look to your right, you see the cable cars with, ah yes, the Rice-A-Roni commercial. Now look to your right, and there you can see the beautiful three-masted sailing ship, the Balclutha, and some other boats and stuff that makes up the shipping that I was just telling you about earlier. Again, to my right, here you can see the many street vendors around here. Now these street vendors are licensed by the city under the condition that they sell only handmade goodies. Not always the case anymore, but that's what it started out to be. Anyhow, to your left, here folks we have Ghirardelli Square. Now this used to be the old Ghirardelli chocolate factory here in the city, okay? Now the business needed to expand. Not enough room here in the city, so it moved. The building here then was renovated. Now we have many shops and restaurants and boutiques and even a movie theater. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there still is a shop here that sells the delicious, nutritious Ghirardelli chocolate. To my right, San Francisco's Maritime Museum. Now folks, if you are a person that loves the history and want to get some of the artifacts and ships to yesteryear, come in here, because folks, believe it or not, the Maritime Museum is free. I said again, it's free. And I think you know, been in the city long enough to know there isn't much free here in San Francisco. Okay, when I make my turn here on North Point, get ready to hold on, because this is the wind tunnel. And here you're beginning to see some of the sea breezes that is so famous here in San Francisco, but no fires. I want to come up to Lombard Street, look to your left, and all the way up the hill here, if you're interested in a San Francisco landmark called the crookedest street in the world, it actually starts right up here. You can see some of the cars already starting right back up here already. And they will come up the Lombard Street and go down the 7 curves that make the crookedest street in the world so famous and prevalent here in San Francisco. If we're going to be making a right turn here and going down Union Street. Now Union Street is one of the have a size, but what it's noted for, seriously now, if you are a person that loves the early American furnishings and decor and the lifestyle in those days, this is the most popular and efficient shop here in the western part of the United States. Now it's run by the Dames of America, okay? And it is by appointment only. Now before it was noted as North Beach, this area used to be part of San Francisco Bay. This was all marshland. Now since this was marshland and the water was brackish, you might suspect that we had a lack of drinking water. And you're exactly right. Matter of fact, drinking water was so scarce in this part of town that a gentleman across the bay over here in Marin County, and I'll point that out to you here a little later, built a water hoy, a little boat, and he actually came from Marin County with fresh water and brought it over to San Francisco Bay Area over here and installed fresh drinking water. Now then, as I said before, a dairy, and the dairy was approximately half mile down where the beginning of the hill is. And that was the area that he first started his little dairy. Now it was wildly successful, and after that there were 20 dairies, 30 dairies around this little area over here. Now from the dairies, they started raising cattle for slaughter, and then a slaughterhouse was built, and then a tannery. And as you can imagine, over a period of years, this area started to stink. Now with the sea breezes here in the city, the breezes went up to Russian Hill and Knob Hill and the Presidio Terrace, where all of the wealthy and wealthy and influential San Franciscans live. They finally got enough of the smell around here, so they complained to City Hall and used their influence, and they closed all of the dairies in this area. So those two Bell's drivers were used in the filming of American Graffiti. The film company was located in the south of Market, and the majority of the filming was done in Modesto, California.
We just missed
Once again, this is the Marina District over here. You can see it a little better here now since we're down on Lombard Street. I think what's left. Okay, now folks, would you like to take 5 minutes and take some pictures of this?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to only give you 5 minutes. And please, when I ring my bell like this, please return. Now do me a favor, and please, when you return to your same seats, okay? Return.
What are you going to say?
Why don't you take a picture?
Okay, I'll take a picture of you in just a minute when I get done taking that video picture.
Conquistadors when they came up to California. Now their primary purpose was to build a series of missions to the length of California. They did so. They built some 22 missions. Now along with the good fathers came the military. And when the Spaniards came up here, they looked at this area and they saw the beauty, and they said, well, we're going to have to defend it. And they did so. So they built their first fort. I'll point that out to you here later, near the parade field. Now the natural involvement from the Spaniards, the Mexicans took it over, this area, and then as later the Americans took it from the Mexicans. So the Presidio Hill was actually developed by the American government and the soldiers thereof. And it did so for a large amount of time. The area that we have over here now, this used to be Crissy Field, part of the Presidio complex. Now you can see it's miles in length, from the south Vista Point to the north Vista Point. Now the length between the two arches over there is some 4,600 feet. Now the bridge was completed in 1937 after 4 years of construction.
Oh, I gotta stop.
And in just a few minutes, we're going to be under the bridge.
Hi, tell me what
Like South Point, the Golden Gate Bridge is right behind me, in front of me.
Fort
The
Point.
bay, yes, Fort Point. Fort Point Park. The Golden Gate Bridge is behind, in front of me. The bay.
Okay, just a minute. You say you want me to get the city, right? Okay, there's let's see. I got the bridge real good. I guess we'll get these guys. Yeah. Where are they? There they are. Where is she? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. I lost her. Can I do this? I did it. Okay. And we're down to 8 minutes. We'll just say goodbye. Bye, buddy. Yeah. It's okay, come right in. Come right in. You go right in. That's part of the charm. There are bicyclists, and there are joggers, and there are skiers, and there are sailors.
The Presidio that were stationed here. It was a good old enlisted band that came in and planted all of the trees, because when the indigenous Indian population here that was around here, the Ohlone and the Miwok Indians, they did not do a lot of planting around here. So the Spaniards, when they came in, they ignored it, and also the Mexicans that moved in here. Like I said, it was a good old soldier, U.S. soldier, that planted all of the trees and the shrubs here in the Presidio complex as we know it today. Now, even with the involvement here of in just a moment. Now look at the area here to my right. Now this is actually Battery East, EAST. Right over there you have go up about 20 miles and you run into Drakes Bay. And that area, Drakes Bay, was reputed to be the spot where Sir Francis Drake parked his ship, Golden Hind, and repaired it. Now there's still a lot of conjecture where after you get put in for harbor. People that left the place once again right down over here. And we left to have a home here, folks, because oh, there's a tanker over there. And that was set up that way because, folks, that was the
16-inch right.
operating room of the old Wright Hospital. So that's a place you wanted to stay away from, unless, of course, you liked operations. Anyhow, to your left across the street, that was the headquarters of the old 6th Army, and they still have a little office over there. 2 blocks
That's the
down on my
Octagon
left,
house we saw
that is
earlier.
number, we have a Burger King. So slowly but surely, civilization is being brought into the Presidio complex. The building to my right now, this used to be the Post Gymnasium, and is now turned over to the YMCA. Now straight ahead of us to my left, this large building, this is the old Letterman Hospital. I don't know how many of you are veterans, but everyone knows of Letterman Hospital during the Presidio of San Francisco. Now been closed, of course, but it served the Americans here for 5 wars: Spanish-American War, the World Wars I and II, the Vietnam, and the Korean single family, and the multiple family, and even apartment complexes were all built here. And look at here to my left again. These are the Queen Anne's, seen around with the rounded turrets. Okay.
There goes our tour guide. Where are we, Nancy? Union Square with lots of art. Sorry, I did it again. They're everywhere, but I can't seem to get them moving. Alright, this ought to work. There we go. Alright, now I got it back. Yeah, there's those guys. Nancy said I missed the cute little girls waving at me. But look at this. Sorry about the breathing and the shaking. Nancy, you spotted something. What was it?
Lombard Street.
What's that?
South of Lombard Street. Remind me of the street. What?
Well, hi, man.
Hi dear.
Where are we?
We're here at Piscatory Cafe. It's on the corner of Powell Street and I'm not sure what other street.
Maybe talk a little louder.
We are having a little afternoon tea and wine.
Or you gonna have a toast?
Toast to San Francisco and a wonderful 2 days.
And as we finish up today, as we finish up today, do you have anything else to say? I'll show our motel as we close.
Wonderful, wonderful 2 days in San Francisco. If Hawaii is half as beautiful and perfect as it's been here, this will be a perfect vacation.